When Jesus was arrested in Gethsemane, he was already bloody before anyone laid a hand on him. He'd been fighting a battle that would make certain the final outcome on Calvary. Without Gethsemane, there would have been no Golgotha. The blood and water that flowed from his wounds on the cross were preceded by bloody sweat that poured from his pores as he suffered the agony of a death more painful than the physical death on the cross, the death of the will. Gethsemane literally means place of crushing, a place where olives were crushed for their oil. That name took on an infinitely deep meaning when Jesus knelt down there to pray that night in the garden. He was both a man and a child in Gethsemane. Full of courage, it was a man who faced not an uncertain death, but one that was fully known to him. Jesus looked the Father in the face with mature, though anguished honesty and asked, "If there is any way for this cup to pass, let it be so." The torment of the garden was the confrontation between the Son, whose perfect obedience became crashing against the human desire to say, "My will be done." Jesus began to die in the garden. Did Jesus want to go to the cross? The Garden of Gethsemane tells us no. Obedience is perfected not in doing something you want to do, but in doing the last thing in the world you want to do. That's why his sweat flowed with blood. A man knelt in the garden, a man of unspeakable courage and obedience, a man of sorrows. Yet a child also knelt down there to pray. We hear the tones of a child in Jesus' plea, "Abba, anything is possible for you." Jesus' words sound like a child's cry to his father for help, not a theological statement about an all-powerful universal being. He was a child screaming in the darkness as if he were having a nightmare, only this was not a dream. Jesus cried out, "Abba." Never let anyone clothe that word in theological sophistication. It's not a sophisticated word, it's a baby talk. Papa, Daddy, Abba, they're all the same thing. The first stutterings of an infant, not to be categorized in some systematic theological structure, but to be cried out from the heart of a child, a heart of faith. Much has been said about the suffering of the cross, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual agony. The agony of the cross, the crushing torment of it, was the separation Jesus experienced from the Father, the result of his obedience. That painful crushing began, appropriately enough, in the garden called Gethsemane.